All right. I think we're.
Yeah.
I think it finally happened.
All right.
On the drinks words, my ladies and gentlemen. Ah!
Woo!
It has been beyond a minute. What can I say? You know,
Life.
yeah, and this time it was my fault. You know, like I'm not saying there's faults here. You know what I
This is
mean? But
false. It's mostly mine, but
yeah, but every now and then, I get really busy, and I just happen to get caught in a huge uptick in my life where I just couldn't make it on a Friday, and weekends are hard for David. So we tried to schedule some stuff, but it just didn't work
yeah.
out. So
It used
uh,
to be easier when you weren't working 5 days a week, and we were closer, and
yeah,
there was a lot of determining factors that have happened since we've started this journey.
yeah. So here we are, and I'm excited to share actually my drink. So what are you drinking first, David?
I had to use what's on hand, so there's some whiskey and some lemonade.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Lynchburg lemonade, as they would say.
Lynchburg. Yeah, Lynchburg lemonade.
Yeah,
It's refreshing
perfect for
as it's
this.
starting to get warmer. As summer is actually starting to uh, apparently going to start happening.
Yeah, any day now. Any day it's supposed to happen.
It's been very overcast, and then like I think it like rained yesterday for a little bit over here. And I was like, all right, well,
Yeah, and I'm breaking out. I don't know if I've shared this or not, but this is uh, the Jim Beam Red Stag Black Cherry.
mm.
So it's really good, and I've been doing it a lot with Coke, a cola, and
yeah, okay. I think we know what you mean.
yeah, yeah. But it's great with Coca Cola. But I just wanted to have it
Okay.
today. But because I have today off,
Oh, do you now? Ooh.
I've been such a whore for Three Weavers, and this one is called Rough Edges,
Okay.
and I bought it a while ago, but I forgot that I had it. I was cleaning out my fridge, and I'm like, "What's this 4 pack?" I'm like, "Oh." I was like, "Well, fantastic." And usually when I buy something, it means I really like it, especially there. So,
Yeah, you've been a big fan of that place.
oh, doubling up today at the bar. Do you think that there's a miscondensation of when people buy two drinks at a time? You know?
Um, I feel like it just depends on what it is. Like, you know, you get a beer and a shot, you don't necessarily take the shot. Sometimes you can sip the shot. So that makes a little bit more sense if you just by yourself and it's beer and a shot, right? Kind of get the ball rolling. If it's not busy, I don't. I think it's there's kind of like a faux pas. Like if it's busy, you're like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to get this bartender again for a while, so let me just order two drinks now. That makes a little bit more sense. Like it's hard to get to the bar, it's hard to get a drink. There's a wait. But if it's like we were at the bar right now and you get a beer and a fucking Jack and Coke, it's like, you all right there, buddy? People start questioning like,
Yeah,
what's your motivation for this
yeah. My motivation is I have the day off.
day off?
I miss that. I'm not saying today's going to be a I miss this special, but and for lack of a better term, oh, I'm crying because I can't be at a bar right now, you know.
yeah.
But I miss the days where I could just spend the day at the bar, and I know that's a very not good sentiment.
Well, I mean, for us and even more you, you know, most of your friends that you had were at the bar. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like you were at a bar to be drunk. It was like, I haven't seen my friends, want to hang out with my friends. Because throughout the day, you're going to see somebody you know.
Even in the morning. Even in the
Yeah,
morning.
even in the morning, even in the morning. And it's funny because there is the morning crew, so you get to see the people that you normally see in the morning. But then randomly somebody else might like who's like, oh, I had the day off too, so I decided to come
Yeah.
early. So yeah,
And then you're there just like, I'll buy him a drink. No, I'm gonna buy him
yeah,
a drink. And then before you know it, it's you're like, oh no, what have I
yeah.
done? I'm drunk.
Open Pandora's box,
Yeah.
please.
And then I mean all the food is just right there, so you can walk somewhere, go down
Yeah.
to the Royal Lounge and get something to eat. And so it's super seductive. But it's weird because now I just recently got the Ubers and the Lyfts. I just got one of those apps because right now I don't have my car. It's in the shop.
Okay.
If you've been listening to the show, you know that I got into a fender bender a while ago. But after all the paperwork and all the everything's been done, they finally inducted it into the
Hall of
maintenance.
Fame.
Yeah, yes, the Hall of Fame of maintenance.
No,
And I gotta tell you, we live in such a great time right now because I dropped it off and I'm like, I'm not gonna have this car for like a month. You remember I'm like, you remember those days when dropping you got in a car crash or something was wrong with your car and you gotta put it in the collision center and it would literally take a month for
yeah.
it to get back. And they're like, oh, you'll have it back by next week. I'm like, what? So in lieu of getting a rental, my sister had an extra car. She's like, oh, she's like, you can pick it up. And what did we do before Uber and Lyft? Because I was just like, how do I get to her house? Because she was like, I could drive there and her husband can drive. We could drop it off. And it was just too much work. Too much work. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, there's these Lyfts and Ubers that I can use. I'll just do that. You just stay there, and it'll be all easy. So I did all that, and what a convenience! I've been spoiled with always having a car, for the most part, a functional car. So having to not rely on anybody else other than myself and my money, quite frankly,
No.
um, has been pretty good. But now I could see because um, just down the block where this brewery is, every one Saturday a month they do a thing. I forgot what it's called, but it's essentially a vinyl swap meet in their parking lot. And so the parking there is pretty good unless they have an event. Then there's no parking. So I was like, oh man, it's from 12 to 5, and you could buy vinyl. There's gonna be people spinning vinyl. It's gonna be a whole thing. So
That's
I'm like,
cool.
yeah, and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, that's what West Covina was missing. Like a little just super like DJ set or whatever. So I'm gonna go there, but I'm like, how am I gonna get there? And I'm like, I could walk, and I'm like, wait, exercise? No, I have the.
How far is it?
It's dude, it's about a mile.
So 20 minutes. You're not gonna. You're like, nah, I don't want to walk 20
Well,
minutes.
once you visit me, I'm gonna show you this mile because there's a there's a dead man's curve in this mile where you have to cross a bridge and then the bridge comes to an end and then you have to dart across the end of a freeway to get to the sidewalk. It's a bit dangerous.
What?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a dart across the freeway?
Yes.
I, okay, that makes way more sense now.
The end of a
Especially if
freeway.
you've been buzzing, you like try to go like, I got this.
Yeah, yeah, and so it's. I'll show you it
Yeah.
if when you come down. So and then you'll understand. You're like, whoa, that is a little dangerous. So where I live is like right the 405. There's an exit and an entrance right there. So it's and people that once they get off that 405, I don't know. they got 405 vision, and they're just there's always an accident right by my block. Always, it's not safe. So that's why
It's not safe. Okay,
it's not. That's
good to
why
know.
I was thinking about going about walking, but maybe I might walk when I'm sober, but then I might get a thing
Lifting
to
the way back, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like getting there is not the problem. It's getting back.
yeah yeah. So yeah, so I've been enjoying that fact, especially around here in LA. Um, everything is so car centric, and I really still I'm about to hit a year that I've been here, and I'm still discovering this place. So you've been in Riverside for I can even tell you how long, but are you still finding new places around town?
I don't really go anywhere, dude. I stay home. You know, the thing is, like, I travel so much, and then I don't have a car, so it's like, what do I really have to go anywhere for? Um, and then wifey works during the day, so it's when she gets home, it's like I don't want to go to where I don't do anything. It's just rest, right? Make dinner. We occasionally go to a nice restaurant or something. Go, just break the monotony. There's actually a food truck that I just saw on IG that's around here that I want to try. So might actually start to do that today. Convince the wife. Let's go pick up some food real quick. From this food truck. It's like fried seafood.
Mm,
Yeah. So other than that, it's like I don't want or need for much. So I don't really need to go anywhere.
yeah.
I occasionally go for walks because I just got to get out, and I have to start walking more just in general because I need to start working out. I realized, like, I was looking at myself in the mirror going,
How did this happen?
yeah, this it's not so much that, like, it's not looking at yourself until it's looking at yourself after looking at an old picture of yourself going, fuck.
Yeah.
I need to get rid of this dad bod, or at least I can't get rid of the whole dad bod because I gotta lose like 20 pounds. I gotta really just buckle down. I think when the birthday hits, which is around the corner, I'm gonna you know start the year regimen type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's funny because, like, right after my birthday, I have to go to Milwaukee. Uh,
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. um, so I'll be there working an event, and then as soon as I get back, I think I might have less than 24 hours before I have to get back on a plane and head to Seattle.
I mean, David, I come from a very logistical background, and why wouldn't you just from there just go to Seattle? Like you burn a day,
because
but
because I don't book I don't book the flights. I
yeah,
don't I don't one I don't book the flights. So it's difficult to go, hey, you know what? Especially because it's two different companies. So I'm like, hey, why don't you fly me here, then fly me there? Yeah, no. So plus it's two different types of events. One, I'll be outside in the sun and the heat, all day. The following one, I have to wear suits. So I don't want to take that much luggage with me to
gotcha,
one. So it's like come home, do a quick wash, and then switch bags type of thing.
gotcha, gotcha.
So yeah,
Speaking of wash, I've decided to
wash your
put
ass. Gotcha.
yeah no that's never gonna
No, 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 no.
I've decided to add value to my home, and I am now in the process of building a laundromat laundry room.
Laundry room,
Yeah,
laundry stall.
laundry stall in my home to further add value, and that was supposed to begin this week, but things didn't line up the way they were, and yeah, so who knows? Next week we may not, because there's gonna be a lot of construction going on. So I'm
So
trying
you
to
got
get
the approval?
not yet. Yeah, I just need I got semi approval, which is well we're gonna pretty much okay it. We just need the licenses and insurances and all that from the company, which I asked for on Monday. It's still Friday and I haven't gotten
It's a quick call right there. Hey, what's going on?
I know, and I'm like, I don't know if I scared him or not because I was like, I have a short window. We have to get it done so I can get started this week. Which, by the way, would have worked out because at where I live, our laundry room, all the washers are broken, so I can't even do laundry. And I'm like, gee, the week that I would have installed it would have been perfect,
Perfect.
but no. So now I'm worrying about like how am I going to get laundry done this week? So I might have to drive on down to my mom's house. Be like, can I do laundry here? Just like old
And
times, mom.
and can you feed me?
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. I have these sausages and all this stuff that I have to make spaghetti. So it was going to be a full spaghetti weekend here at my house. And actually, it was an Italian weekend because I just found where I shop a prefabricated pizzas, but the the frozen ones. But this is just a
Yeah.
plain, just no nonsense pizza. But I have all like I have all the stuff here, and I'm like, oh man, I get to kind of create my own pizza, and so I'm kind of looking forward to that. Although frozen pizzas are not as delicious as they look on TV or as they
Of course.
taste.
Well, no, yeah. It's flash frozen, so you're not getting the freshness. Although I think sometimes people are very bougie about pizza. Like like I have no problem with the 7-Eleven pizza. It's fucking like $7 for a pizza and it's filling. Like, dude, you know what? When times are tough, fucking already hot from fucking Little Caesars. I mean, Little Caesars is the pizza of the National Football League, by the way.
Is it? Oh, that's right. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they took over. Did you hear? The owner of Little Caesars, from what I read, he used to actually pay the rent of Rosa Parks.
No way.
Yeah, he used to pay her rent. Like he's like a legitimately, cool person. So that makes me want to like give him my business more. It's not like Papa John's is racist and stuff, you know.
Right.
It's like,
Or Jared from Subway,
yeah.
which I just found out about. There's a whole documentary about it. I'm like, what? How did I miss this? So
Wait, you don't know what happened? You didn't know
no,
about Jared?
no, no, no. Apparently he lost weight and then his mind. So, um, yeah,
Well,
that
he figured he could see his penis, not other people should.
did you miss us, ladies and gentlemen? Did you miss the drinks towards by?
This is it right here. This is why you come.
This is peak bar talk, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers.
Cheers. We found the clip.
Yes, we did. Oh man.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
we
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised you missed that one. Like, it was pretty big news that when it was happening. I
yeah,
think anytime anything that deals with child molestation becomes a pretty big fucking news story.
yeah, yeah. Crazy. I wonder when that happened. Let me look that
Oh
up.
shit, dude. Yeah, I can't. It's been so long now.
H-
2010 ish.
Holy shit. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? As I'm looking that up. Let's I'm, I'm on the Wikipedia, dude. He's like our age. Like he's like our age. Oh my god. I guess it might have been in 2015.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, he's
Yeah. We're,
incarcerated.
yes, he's been in jail for
Shit.
a while.
Holy shit. How the
That
fuck?
wasn't part of the documentary.
No, I saw it and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch that after this. So
Oh, okay.
oh my god.
Yeah, I think it was they raided his house and they found a bunch of child porn on his computer.
That's insane, dude.
I don't get it. I don't. I mean, mental health is a serious thing. I don't. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and fucking debate whether it's mental health or just fucking perverts or vice versa or whatever. It's fucking disgusting. It's ugly, and I'm just in shock that you didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Where was I in 2015? I wasn't really I was working.
Coffee
Yeah,
shop?
I was working at a cafe and I was
You got
working
lost in the mountain.
one yeah, yeah.
Those are my favorite stories.
That might have been the time that I was working the cafe and then working the cove at the same time.
Mm.
So my weekends and everything was just, sometimes in life you just are working so much you're not really watching TV. It's just eat, sleep, work. So that might have been kind of what was going on. I'm not sure. But hey, I'm glad I know I'm glad I know now. So
Yeah,
and other
and you'll know even more. You'll know even more later.
yeah, exactly. And in other crazy news, I'm sure you've heard about, this has been the talk of the town. Bud Light is now the second most popular beer. Modelo has surpassed Bud
Who
Light
like?
in sales. Yeah,
Um, Congratulations. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how that's the talk of the town. I saw something on it. I don't follow the beer race, so to speak. Coming in 53rd, three Weavers.
right. Well, no, it would have to be three. It would have to be in third because it's three
The
Weavers. So
three Weavers.
yeah,
No, I mean, congratulations to Modelo. Is it because Bud Light lost so much sales in regards to the transgender, or is Modelo just, you know, there's more Latin people, so she can more Modelo's? I don't know.
I don't know. A lot of the people are saying that it's because of that whole Bud Light transgender thing. But I don't know. I really don't know about that because I've always been a Modelo drinker, and I
Yeah, I
remember that.
prefer I prefer Modelo to Bud Light, definitely.
And Bud Light was just kind of like in my Marine Corps days. You know what I mean? Like my like I didn't know any better. I'll just drink the swill of whatever. So it's later on in life that you kind of, I want to say, discover taste and the actual like appreciation for beer. Whereas like when you're younger, you're just like, I don't care. Bud Light's like,
Whatever, yeah, because but we were tainted growing up. We had fucking malt liquor. Malt liquor
yeah,
was like our like get a 40.
yeah,
We were playing stupid games like Edward 40 hands,
yeah,
drinking Mickey. By the way, I've still never drank a Mickey. Never drank a Mickey. I've had fucking OD. I've had St. Ides. Even
I've
those were tough getting down back in the day.
yeah, I had Mickey's and I've had OE, but I've never had old eyes or whatever.
St.
Yeah,
Ides, the
say
crooked
that
eye.
is I never I was just a Mickey's guy, and I got out of that really quick. I had a 40 and then a small little, like, what were they called, big mouth one, and
Yeah.
uh,
Well, I mean, we've had this discussion many times. Like, you don't know how to drink when you're first drinking. It's like you drink to party and get fucked up. You're not there for the refining taste. as we get older, we realize I can't drink like that. Let me find something that tastes good and fucking, shit. If it wasn't for the Cove, I wouldn't drink half the shit that I drink now. The Cove is actually where I learned how to drink better. It was Greg who would try different concoctions of whiskey, and I would try it and like, oh, okay, it sure beats Jack and Coke. That was my go-to. And then
Yeah.
for a while, it was nothing but Greyhounds.
Are you still doing
So
Greyhounds or
I do Greyhounds when I can. I don't. It's hard to find like grapefruit juice, especially the white grapefruit juice. So it's hard for me to have Greyhounds, unless I'm at a bar, and most bars have pink grapefruit.
right?
So not that I'm ashamed or anything. It's just that's what they have. But actually, I have to. That reminds me, I have to give my friend a call. So one of my coworkers who's coming into town for the show, I got him on Greyhounds. We were at an airport, and he's like, "It's good." And now he buys like the grapefruit juice by the case.
Oh wow.
So he's supposed to bring me one. He's supposed to bring me a 32-ounce bottle of the white grapefruit. Ooh, you
Wow.
can buy this. Nice, yeah.
I
Hey,
I think that's gonna be like my birthday present for you. That's gonna always be my standard gift.
white grapefruit.
White grapefruit. I'm like, what again? White grapefruit. If I find it, I'm like, here you go. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
America, yeah. Happy Chanukah.
Yeah. Always easy to find you a gift, David.
I'm a simple man. Like,
Simple man.
simple,
Simple man.
simple man.
Yeah. Um fuck, I just had a topic that I was just about to talk. A great segue topic too, and then I just forgot it. Um that is my brain from time to time.
Drinking Mickey's 40s, grapefruit juice.
Hmm. What do you like to drink? Email us, drinkswordsby at gmail.com, or go ahead and slide in the DM. That's what I was going to talk about. Somebody slid in a DM uh,
Oh,
to us on an Instagram post that we did, ironically talking about beer. And I don't know if you saw that, but we were talking about fish people and craft beer,
yeah,
where I was at a brewery and I was just drinking tons of craft beer, but I just wanted something kind of just regular. I just wanted a normal beer. When we posted that, and from time to time we post clips. It doesn't happen as much as it should, but we do post clips from time to time. So go ahead, and if you haven't joined us on Instagram, just follow us at Drinks Towards By, and go from there. But hopefully I'm saying his name right. Spurdizzle, Matt Spurgeon, I
yeah.
guess is if I mess that up, Matt, um, you're welcome. Okay, so he commented, "There's a time and a place for." Oh wait, no, that's what I commented. Okay, he commented, "I'm a craft beer nerd. Have almost 200 bottles. That is beyond a nerd. You are a collector. You
Yeah.
are the
An
comic.
aficionado.
Yes, you are the comic book guy of craft beer. Worst beer ever. And he has come full circle to just wanting a nice, crisp, uh, crisp beer. And Modelo for him still reigns supreme. So everything goes back to Modelo being the new guy in town, the new
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah, Matt is an old coworker of mine, and we used to talk about beers. And for a while, I was getting kind of in that fray of uppity beers and craft beers. But those beers are expensive.
Hmm.
Those beers are fucking expensive.
I
Like
know.
one beer, I could buy a bottle. I could buy a fucking 1.75 of Jim Beam for the price of a beer bottle, and that's gonna last me. Whereas the beer bottle is like you can't save a beer bottle. It's like once it's
Yeah,
open, you gotta fucking drink it.
yeah.
But we were also working in Orange County where there's a number of breweries. Like every fucking quarter mile, there's another brewery. So you had more variety to check from. But yeah, he's to beer what like the Cove is to whiskey. Like he has his bottle parties and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
So yeah, they share bottles and stuff. Like they have their own tastings and stuff. So shout out to Matt. Thank you for chiming in. Always a pleasure.
And you too can chime in on anything that we do, and we'll talk about it right here on Drinks Towards By. So go ahead and hit us up on the Instagram at Drinks Towards By and follow along in the fun. On that note, something strange happened. Wanted to get your opinion.
Okay.
I got now me. I personally got a friend request, which feel free to friend request me. I'm at Enter the Shell from another bar. This bar is Elvis in
I
Covina.
did too.
I didn't know what to do. I ghosted them. I did the classic. I was like, I've only been to your bar once. Like that doesn't mean that
I do honestly. I can count on one hand the numbers of times I've been to LB's. But you know what? I don't know if I think I accepted them. I think it's more the fact that it's like, hey, we know where the Cove came from, so more power to anybody else who's jumping on the bandwagon because I think the Cove has kind of set a precedent for the need for social media. I mean, the Cove social media is fucking amazing. As we're both wearing Cove
oh, I
gear,
didn't even know. Unplanned, by the way.
unplanned, the Cove. Um, so I think people are just following suit, and you don't want a business to fail. So I didn't. I don't. I think I accepted it, but I did get the same request.
And I was like, don't they know who I am? I'm like, what? I was like, if I was to say yes, I would be shunned.
Why? I mean,
It's just
I'm
like any
sure.
no, well, it's just like anytime as far as in West Covina, anytime I'm at a random bar there and somebody from the Cove or just somebody, they all are like, "What are you doing here?" I always
What are
get that.
you doing here? What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, so I was like, "Why aren't you at the Cove right now?" I'm like, "Okay, I'm on my way." I was like, I was just trying to do something new. I'm sorry."
Like it's like the bar calls the Cove. Hey, we got one of yours over
Yeah,
here.
who is it? It's Albert. Yeah, he still has his tab open.
Don't come back. Yeah, no, I don't, I don't remember. I'd have to look through, but I mean, like I said, I think they're just trying to ride the bandwagon of social media for the bars and stuff and get their name out there.
Yeah,
Not that it's not out there for
all the
for
locals and
everybody
stuff like that.
in the locals. Yeah, I mean, like one bar in that area. I tell everybody between the 60, the 605, the 57, and the 210, or even the 10, the 210, the 57.
Yeah,
The amount of bars
yeah.
that are in that vicinity. It's amazing.
Yeah. So, did you get a friend request from Elvis? Email us drinkstories at gmail.com or slide in the DM and let us know. But again, I can understand the Co's special media because um they specialize in whiskey. Well, unless Elvis specializes in something, they're just like a normal bar.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't know if it's hard. It's hard to say that I try to keep the idea that the Cove is still a dive bar, which is part of that conversation we were having.
Yeah.
Where they were asking for craft beer. It's like, yeah, it's not a thing here.
Yeah.
We have whiskey and we have regular beers because our customer base aren't very craft beery. Because there's not like a lot of breweries around. They can just become that bourgeoisie. So,
Yeah.
but even the Coke's moving into other alcohols. I know that they've moved into like mezcal, tequila, and you know they're ever expanding.
Yeah. Would you be willing to open up a brewery in West Covina? Because I mean that seems to be like like something that it needs
Do you think so? Where, where could you put a brewery in West Covina that would make
right
sense?
next to the cove.
Well, I mean, technically, isn't BJ's a brewery because they brew their own beer?
You're right. But that's a corporate
Chain.
brewery.
That's a chain, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I can't think of an area in like just the surrounding areas. I mean, you'd have to like remember where remember the Redwood.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think like that. Like if you were to tear down that and make a brewery, that would make a little sense because I know they're building like apartments over there.
Condos.
So condos. So it's an expanding area, and I think that would make a lot of sense. There's parking. There's food places around. So I don't know. That would be my like if I were to do one, it would have to be like I feel like that would be the best space for it.
Yeah. It's funny that you should mention the Redwood because I was just thinking about that bar the other day. I was talking to somebody that I was working with, and we were reminiscing, and I was like, man, I was like, I used to go to this bar called the Redwood when I was in going to college because they had a $7 steak and potato night that I would go to on Thursday nights.
I
That
remember that. Yeah, I'm sure that.
that's what I looked forward to every Thursday. I'd go there, have my steak, potatoes for $7, man. The hardest part was that it was also karaoke night. So I was like, oh no. I was like, I gotta battle through people singing in order to have this, and
Steak and potato for seven
yeah,
dollars.
and it wasn't the greatest steak in the world, but I loved it. I was like, oh man, this
Yeah.
is this is a fucking deal and a half.
Well, that's like a. What's the name of the book? We just talked about it.
Elvis?
No, no. The Royal used to have
Oh yeah,
a steak and lobster on Sunday.
yeah.
It's like it's not the best, but it's steak and lobster. You're like, oh, a little bougie. It's like scissor. I actually was just having this conversation with a coworker where she we are talking about Sizzler, and I go, do you remember growing up and Sizzler was like the
Oh yeah.
fucking end all be all? It was like, oh my god, we're going to Sizzlers. We're gonna get fucking froyo and I can put chocolate chips and cookies and gummy bears and shit on top of that. Like it's like it was the steakhouse,
Yeah.
and then like it's kind of like learning how to drink. Like that's your first like steak, and then you start going to better places, better steak. You go, okay, this is where you get a steak.
But the salad bar there was top notch, man.
Yeah,
That's all we ever got was the salad bar. So good.
no, it was like I think my dad would get like the steak and the all you can eat shrimp, and then just like pop them out every now and then. Yeah,
Yeah, Sizzler was for those special occasions. Someone just graduated. Let's go to
yeah,
Sizzler.
yeah. How far we've come.
I know.
Have you gone to any new premieres? Any new movies?
No, I haven't. Unfortunately, just due to my driving situation, I'm borrowing a car from my sister, so I'm trying not to go anywhere. And
I get it.
as we said before, the to take an Uber or a Lyft is not expensive, but like it after a while
It adds up.
it does. So like when I went to go pick up or drop off my car and and everything, it was 40 bucks to get to my sister's house and pick up the car, and then when I dropped off my car to get worked on and then to come home, it was $8, so that's $48 that I spent plus tax, so it came out like it was like $62 or something like that, or like $60 with
Yeah.
everything, just for a day of getting rides. So I'm trying to keep that at a low as much as
Yeah, I get
possible.
it. I get it.
But I will say this, um, and I'm curious to get your thoughts on this. The whole trilogy of the 50 Shades is now on HBO Max, and I'd never seen it before because I didn't want to be that. Is it weird? I didn't want to be that guy when 50 Shades first came out to be like, oh, to go to a movie theater and be like, yes, without a girlfriend, like, yes, I'm here to see 50 Shades. Like, I didn't want to be that guy. I didn't want to be Jared, the Jared of the 50 Shades,
Just like in the back by yourself, like look at this pervert.
the Subway
Um,
sandwich.
I get it. I get it. It doesn't. It's not. It doesn't seem like a real go by yourself movie. Like I could go watch John Wick by myself,
Yeah.
or there's a number of movies that I've seen by myself that I was like, woo. 50 Shades is not one of them. I actually never seen one of the movies. Never read the books. Never seen one of the movies. Um, I looked at it like when I heard about it, when the people were like, "Oh, 50 Shades of Grey." I felt like it was like what those old fucking romance novels where you see like Fabio
Yeah.
on the fucking cover and shit. As like it's just a fucking Danielle Steele fucking novel. Is this what this is? Um, so I've never seen it. I don't plan on seeing it, but yes, it is on the Max.
Yeah. So that's what I got going on this holiday weekend as we are celebrating uh, Juneteenth is the new holiday.
Mm,
So I'm sure that's how the 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 freedom of the slaves would celebrate as well. By watching a softcore movie.
stop. By watching a Skinamax movie.
Yes.
Um, I actually just recently saw watched a movie called Sisu. It's I think it's out of Finland, and it's like John Wick meets Inglorious Bastards.
Ooh.
Yes, he doesn't say much, but he kills like a motherfucker. So it's very action oriented. It's kind of like it's a, like John Wick again meets Inglorious Bastards. It's dubbed, so it works out, but it's entertaining. I'm not gonna go out of my way and say it's like it's an Oscar winner, but it is very entertaining. If you like either John Wick or Inglourious Bastards, you can find some joy out of this fucking movie.
All right.
A lot
Um.
of killing, a lot of killing of the Nazis.
Ooh. Yeah. You. We can never get too much of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of the things that if you're into this is I saw this cartoon. It's called Primal. It's 2 seasons, and there's no talking at all because it takes place in the land of dinosaurs and cavemen, which it has to be a cartoon because man came after the dinosaurs. So so it has to. But the guy doesn't talk, but he'll do a drawing or something like that. So it's all music. So it's really well done. It's 2 hours, but it just because you have to watch it, it's kind of a heavy 2 hours. But once you're done with it, you're like, that was cool. I don't think I could do that again, but that
Yeah.
was but it's a good story.
Gotcha, gotcha. Anything else?
I saw
Actually,
that.
I
Yeah.
just watched Toy Story 4 for the first time.
Which one is that? Because how many Toy Stories are there? There's like six or something.
That's the last one.
Okay, okay,
That's
okay.
the last one.
Then I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about. Yeah.
yeah. They ended it. Like it was like,
Did they?
I mean,
Did they?
yes, it ended. That ended.
No.
There was a separation.
Yeah,
They went their separate ways.
yeah. But as we all know, everyone can go their separate ways until there's more money involved. Then all of a sudden,
I was just laughing because like Keanu Reeves was in it. I was
yeah,
like, is it Keanu?
Yeah, he was the Daredevil guy.
Yeah, Mr. Canada.
Yeah.
Yes, you Canada. And I realized like how that Pixar and all those movies, like the Disney movies, dude, there's a lot of sad like
Mhm.
parts in these movies. Like it's very depressing. There's a lot of death
Yeah.
in Disney movies. If you don't really realize it because it's a musical and it's supposed to be all fun, but there's a lot of death in fucking Disney movies. I mean, you take the first 10 minutes of Up. It's
Oh
like the
yeah.
heartbreaking fucking
Oh yeah.
movie. That was just a
Bambi.
short. You're like,
Yeah. Bambi. The first 2 minutes. Boom. It's like, oh my god.
Lion King. I mean, fuck. Every time you die.
Yeah. List goes on and on. Yeah. So Renfro, by the way, I got to see that. It's on
Renfield.
Renfield. Yes. I'm thinking sports.
What did you think of Renfield? I watched it too. I
It was really good. It was really good, and I had no idea it was going to be as gory as it was, but it was the fun gore,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
not crazy gore, but fun gore, if there's such a thing.
Yeah, it was again, it's an entertaining movie.
Yeah,
The storyline is whack. I mean, Nicolas Cage is terrible.
yeah,
And I don't think he's a terrible actor. He's just a terrible Dracula. Um, but I loved it when he saves the girl by throwing the arms into
yeah,
the guy.
yeah. I was like, oh
He
my
speared him
god.
with an arm. He speared him with an arm, and then she takes him to the dude. That's
Yeah,
like fucking awesome. Yeah, it's that fun gore like action sequence. So yeah, I get you on that one.
yeah, really cool. So you guys should go check that out. So, but as we were talking about sports, um,
Sports.
yeah, uh,
Messi to USA.
not necessarily, not necessarily.
He literally just played with Miami versus Philadelphia
Oh, he
yesterday.
did. Okay,
Yeah, he scored
okay.
3 goals.
Look, because last I looked, he announced it, but the MLS was like, "What?
No.
You're coming to
For,
us?"
shit, from what I understand, some of the other owners from the teams are helping pay the wage because they realize that, dude, somebody showed me somebody because when we found out, Eldwin and his, that group, we were all soccer friends. We always watched the champions and all this stuff. Um, they looked up the prices of the tickets for LAFC.
Yeah.
It's like 37, 48, $437 when Miami comes to play. Dude, he's that much of a draw. They jump
Yeah.
up fucking 1,000% in ticket prices for that one game just to be able to see Messi. That's the whole purpose. And then his contract states that he's able to buy a team. It was like the David Beckham
Yeah.
contract when he first came in. It's like, dude, he's gonna bring soccer to the U.S. on a bigger scale than anybody else. It's fucking Lionel Messi. Good for the MLS.
Yeah, and the MLS constantly needs these people just to bring more and more um you know, that's what I'm looking for. More
Fanfare,
more meaning, more like yes, we are an actual
more
you
clout. Yeah, I
yeah,
get it.
more clap for them.
Legitimacy.
Yes, legitimacy. That's the word I'm looking for. This is what happens when you've been drinking. You're like, what is this word?
That was
Hmm.
a lot better.
Yeah, to bring more
I was like,
legitimacy to
the
the
Royal.
yeah to the sport, and yeah, he's doing it. That Miami soccer team had like not even a million like followers now on Instagram. They're like the number third most followed team, and I'm sure that's about to be for a bit, and they'll probably get past to be the number one team on social media. So
Yeah.
that was a smart move. Although,
You're gonna see a sale of pink jerseys fly off the shelves.
yeah, which is ironic because I could have sworn last year Messi was thinking about uh, going to Qatar and going out to that league out there. So I wonder what happened in between that.
Um, I think going to Qatar was financially a better move, but it wasn't long term a better move. Like this is he's closer to home because he's in the Americas. He was able to, like I said, get stock and it's going to become a team owner down the line. There was more back end than it was the front end. Whereas like Kareem Benzema, who was like one of my favorite players on my team, they offered him 200 million a year. He would
Jeez.
turn that shit down. They go, you can pick whatever team you want to be on. We're just gonna
Uh,
pay you this. And actually, a Qatari uh, fucking backer or whatever financial person,
yeah.
they just bought Manchester United for $6 billion.
Jeez.
So I mean, that's Saudi money. That money is just it's infusing itself into sports everywhere. Either they're drawing people to go to their league or just fucking spreading their money into other leagues with buying teams. So, but Messi is going to do a great thing for MLS, like David Beckham did, because David Beckham when he first came, that
Uh,
was a big thing for MLS at the time. Uh, and Messi's going to do more just because there's more social media, there's more airplay. Like you didn't have games on ESPN like you do now, or whatever
uh,
fucking channels they're on. I mean, they have a contract with Apple, right? And you can
right.
watch all that.
Watch
Yeah,
any season. I mean, you can watch
yeah.
all the season, and they have all the games. You can rewatch all the games and go back and all that stuff. And so I wonder. It's good for Apple. It's good for Apple. It's just good for everybody all around. Speaking of teams and selling, Michael Jordan, he's about to sell his stake in the Charlotte Hornets.
Yep. Um, I don't know. Maybe he's just over it. You know, he's done it. He did it. He's not. He's they're not anywhere close to winning. So he's like, I don't want the hard pain. So yeah, I mean, there is a there's a lot of like stuff like that going around as far as selling of teams or league stakes and stuff. I know a lot of actors, like you look at Ryan Reynolds and the guy from Always Sunny, they bought it. They you know invested in a team in England, a low end team. I think more and more uh, like sports people are doing that. So I mean, if it brings minority owners or it brings fame to like small places, sure, small market teams can use the that's the
Yeah,
word I'm looking for.
the brand awareness.
Yeah, like media coverage, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And with that, Denver is our new uh,
Not W.
WWF World Wrestling Federation basketball champions.
Yes, the Denver Nuggets are the NBA champions.
Yeah,
Good
first
for them.
time ever. Yeah,
I like small market teams. Like I miss because in the NBA you had big market teams, but small market teams always had big names.
yeah.
Like anybody you pick an NBA Jam, you had a good team. It's good for the market. I mean, you got Milwaukee, which is a small market. They won it like 2 years ago or last year. Um, and then Denver. So just goes to show, like, if you put a team together right and they play well, then they can win it.
With that, you know who else got the first time ever uh, a championship? The Las Vegas Knights.
Yes, and they haven't even been in
Six
the league that
years.
long, right?
Six
Yeah, not
years.
really all that long. Good for them. Again, small market team. Well, it's not a small market. When it comes to
Yeah.
sports, it's a small market, but it's not a small market.
Right.
Um, you know, Las Vegas is coming up. They're getting a baseball team soon, so they're the only thing they're missing is going to be an NBA team. So when expansion comes, I'm sure they'll be one of the
Yeah.
first in line to get a basketball team.
Yeah. What would their basketball team be called for the expansion?
I don't know. I mean, you have the female team as the Aces, and you already have the Sacramento Kings. So
The
I
Full
don't know.
House?
The full houses. Good
Let
question.
us know. Let us
That's a,
know.
yeah. Well, what do you think an expansion team would be called?
I like the Aces, man. You know that's a good name too, but that's their WNBA team. So
WNBA team. So yeah. So I mean, see, like you have the Knights. You have the Raiders. You have the Knights. You have the Aces, which will soon be the Athletics as well. So I don't know. You have Raiders and Knights. Maybe what's another warrior class that you get?
Warrior
Las Vegas Spartans. I don't know.
Barbarians.
Spartans or I have no idea. It's a good question.
What about the Bluffs? The Las Vegas Bluffs.
To believe means to bluff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, and now with baseball, with hockey and basketball, now it's just your sport and a
exactly.
little bit of soccer.
Only baseball happening. That's the way it was intended. The way the sports gods wanted it. 3 months of just baseball. It doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better
Actually,
than that.
no, we're gonna have the Women's World Cup coming in July.
Okay, all right.
Woo!
I've enjoyed the World Cup, so yeah,
Yeah,
we got that.
it's the one World Cup where USA actually has a chance.
Yeah, our women's team is like always awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They've been slipping up lately, so this year could be anybody's. So we'll see. So just get out there and root for the good old US of A.
all righty. Anything else happening in sports? I think we covered it all.
I think we covered like every sport outside of like did we cover uh, the PGA joining Live Golf?
Oh, you know what? No, we didn't. Glad you brought that up. Live Golf was, for those that don't know, was the again the Saudi, the Qatars, the you know
The money.
the Arabias, um, getting into golf, and they were attracting everybody. They were just like, "We'll pay you $10 billion just to come play over here. You don't even
Yeah,
have to win. We're just gonna pay you." I'm like, "What?"
yeah. It was like if you sign with Live Golf, then you get to like you already get paid. You don't have
Yeah,
to win your tournaments. Um, and the PGA held out, but now PGA fucking like, oh, it's a lot of money.
yeah. We want a taste.
Yeah, that green is the greatest drug of all time.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, interesting. I was looking forward to two separate kind of entities, but yeah, that's not happening. But
Not
golf,
anymore.
yeah, golf is here right now in California, in Los Angeles. There's a a classic going on right now.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, some pretty major people are there. I was just talking about it the other day with some guy who was wearing the shirt. I'm like, hey, that's here this week. He's like, yeah. And then we just started golfing it up, and it's so funny to talk with golf. But I know, I know less about golf. I do. People are like, oh, do you play? I'm like, only at the batting cages. You know what I mean? At the at the swing cages or whatever.
The driving
The
range.
driving range. Yeah, I'm like, I'm only there.
The batting cages of golf.
Yes, only there. And and I always say like about golf. These are my assessments in golf. You only need like four clubs. People with more than four clubs, I'm like that. That's just nonsense. You're just buying. When have you ever used all of your clubs? You rarely ever do. Okay. And then the other thing is, they go to the driving range, they're perfecting their swing. I'm like, yeah, it took you 30 times to perfect that swing. I'm like, but then, like you only go and you play, you only have one time to perfect it. That's why when I go to the driving range, I just hit once per club. So I'm like, okay, because it's more of an accurate, like in my brain, it's more of an accurate representation of what would happen, in a simulated game that I have in my brain. So but that's just me, you know. And people think that I'm like very intellectual about that. They're like, "Oh wow," and I'm like, "Yes," but like it's just common sense stuff. Do you do
I get
the?
it. I get it. I don't do the golf. I've come to the realization that I'm very terrible at swinging sports. I was terrible in little league, so baseball was like fucking. I sucked. Um, I don't I don't do well. I've been to the driving range. I don't do well in golf, so I just avoid it because I'm not trying to hold anybody up. Um, Not that I wouldn't go to a driving range. It's not something that I feel that I need to go do. Like, oh, I need to go to the driving range. I've been to the range. Don't do that shit. So, but yeah, not golf.
Okay.
I do
Uh,
want to try pickleball.
I've never heard of that. What do you eat a pickle? Do you brine something? What's that?
Pickleball is like human sized table tennis.
Okay. All right.
So it's like because it's like tennis. You have a net. You have like both sides, but you have a paddle. It's like a fucking paddle. So that's why I say it's like human sized fucking uh, table tennis. You'd have to look it up and see it. It looks fun. Just one of those kind of games where you can just like you can drink and fucking play with your friends and just fucking be somewhat athletic and not have to do too much.
Gotcha. So what you're saying is that this is an up and coming sport that me and you need to be a part of. We could
Yes,
we could
that's it.
we can make history in this sport
Yeah.
because there's no history at all.
It's getting very big. It's getting very, very big. They have tournaments, and I'm sure soon it'll be on the Ocho Pickleball World Championship. So, you know, I would take the time just to kind of look it up and see. Like, I feel like pickleball is like the equivalent of curling.
Mm.
Because I feel like curling is the only Olympic sport in any fucking season that I would ever be able to like make it to the Olympics.
Yeah.
I feel like I can do this. I can fucking scrub a little ground, you know. So, and pickleball seems like one of those kind of sports where like I can do all right here. I think I can do all right.
I could see a movie of curling where they the curling team needs like last second a replacement because the guy couldn't make it or something happened, and
Yeah,
they pick up a random janitor, to help, and he's like the greatest sweeper in the world, because he's a
I,
janitor, and then
I
they go on to like epicness.
wait, no, yeah. I think they made fun of it like similar like that on Family Guy. I think they had the Mexican maid lady. She was the sweeper. Fucking,
Damn
I
it!
think she was curling. Yeah.
My brilliant ideas are so brilliant that they already thought of them. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Um. Anything else? What?
I was laughing because a friend of mine he had an idea for a movie with Mike Myers that I thought would be really funny. Um, it was like how they have like the Highland games, the Scottish games, where, like they're throwing fucking tree trunks and everything.
Yeah.
So like it was like Mike Myers goes back to Scotland during that time, and all his like family are huge and strong. He's weak, and they make fun of him until he gets pissed drunk, and then he becomes like the strongest guy and fucking winning all the tournament and shit. So I thought that was something that would be funny, something that I feel like he could do and would do. But yeah,
And he could do something like the clumps and like
yeah,
be
he's
all
playing
the
all the characters.
characters.
Yeah,
The thing writes itself, ladies and gentlemen.
it's a movie already. It's in production.
No, it's not because of the writer's strike that's going on.
True, true, true. That's still going on. The actors actually are I think poised to strike too. I think they have it, and they don't reach a contract by the end of this month. The actors are going to go on strike.
Wow. Wow. Everybody's
Yeah.
striking. Looks like September, October is going to be pretty bleak with the new shows. So, so,
Yes.
so make sure to stream all the Drinks to Words by and catch up. We have tons of streaming platforms. Make sure to hit up drinkswordsby.com. Check those all out. Last call for
Hit us up on
topic.
the Venmo.
Yeah, I think we did a good
Give
job
us
today.
money.
You're not giving us money, so you're getting a show when we feel like it.
Yeah, if there was more money involved, we'd be way more on top of it.
Exactly. That's what I tell people.
We
I'm
have to
like,
go make we have to go make money to be able to have time to do this
exactly, because there's no money at all.
show. So, this is just the love of the game with us.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Did you have any last topic?
I'm sure I do, but I don't right now. Like I get into these modes where like I have to get into work mode because I know I have a lot of stuff coming up,
Oh,
and it's
stop
not
it.
like
Oh, stop it. You're not John Wick.
I'm not like that. You know, you have to understand something. This show that I have coming up, it's all kids.
Oh,
It's
wow.
yeah, it's kids and their parents who think their kids are above everybody else's kids, and you know, it's a lot. And then you're dealing with a lot of talent because all these people for on TikTok and YouTube, and some people think they're way more popular than they really are, or some people become way more popular than we think they are, and you get overrun by children. So,
Oh,
and then you have the occasional Jared that we have to find and stop.
jeez. Jeez. That's crazy.
That's the gross part of it all. Yeah, a lot of moving parts and conventions that a lot of people don't see.
Yeah. So, did I have a topic? Let me look at my topic bag. Did I write anything down?
Right? Yeah.
That's the key to this entire situation is to write stuff down. Have I been doing good?
Did I? Let me check a note.
Hmm. I did do. Mm, no, no. Future me never did all that. So something weird's going on with your.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking on my phone
Don't
because
do
I
that.
use.
You just messed up
Nobody's
your.
watching us. They're just listening to us.
It's true. Oddly enough, it is true. And thank you for those that do listen to us. We really, truly appreciate it. But if you want to watch us, we are on YouTube as well. Go ahead, click Drinks Towards By, click that YouTube banner, and you can actually watch the show.
Who doesn't
Um,
see you, Albert? Look at Albert in all your Albertness.
why, thank you. Um,
Oh, you know what? I did have a. I don't know if I've asked this before. I saw an old picture. Um, have you ever thought about going back to the chops?
I have. I've been. Some people have actually requested that I go back. Some of my regulars, like, dude, we want you to go back to Chops, and I could do it. I'm just lazy now, it's so easy to not just shave and just especially now because when I do shave, I'm just it's when I'm cutting my hair, I just get my hair trimmer and I just do that.
Yeah.
And it's just easy. It's just easy. Too, when I had chops, like I didn't have this dad bod. I had a pretty good you know, had a good swimmer body happening, so it was much more palatable. Um, I am looking for a, a pool though. I'm trying to hit up the VA and be like, guys, you need to buy me a pool or something because I can't do cardio, I can't run or anything like that due to my physical situation, or actually due to my feet situation. So
You know what? Uh why aren't there like VA gyms,
right.
or why aren't there like servicemen gyms, service people gyms? I think that actually be a good idea for you guys, because you guys could, one, you have the people who are still active who are working out, and then the people who like you have stuff that happened, you can rehabilitate, and you can have personal trainers that help with all that. That should be a solid idea.
Well, a lot of like a lot of bases have gyms. So, but I don't know what the regs are for disability. I know you're allowed to go on uh bases if you're disabled. You're allowed to purchase things if you're, I think, 60 or 50% and above. You're allowed to go to the commissary and to the base exchange. But I'm not sure about the gyms. I just happen to work there, and so I get and I'm already a veteran, so I get a lot of the amenities already included in my employment there. So I, you know, but the our swimming pool though is in San Pedro, and I'm like, I'm not going to drive to San Pedro for
You
free
go
pool.
swim.
Yeah, to go
Yeah.
swim because it's exhausting, and right after it's like you know. The day that it's open Saturday and Sunday. It's open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I work there on Friday, and I'm not gonna go to the pool before and just be exhausted and then work
Yeah.
right after. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with all that. But I'm gonna hit him up and let him know about all that. Okay, so let's see. If we talked about anything, guys, it's been so long I got to remember. I'm like, we talked about anything that you wanted to talk, discuss. Feel free to email us drinkswordsby at Gmail. Go ahead and slide the DM on our Instagram at drinkswordsby. And yeah, I think we covered everything. And again, if we said it before, say it again. We are on Venmo at drinkswordsby. Go ahead and give us some money. Um, yeah, yeah, give us some money, please, please. We'll eventually make it out to the cove, but when we do, we'll, you can buy us some drinks or whatever. Okay, so last call. The wait, no, wait. What are
Oh, yeah,
we?
last call.
Wait, we
We're
already
in
did
final
that.
cheers.
Yeah, final cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Final cheers, David. What are we cheersing to this week?
Ah, Jesus. I don't have anything. It's funny. I usually have something creative and uh, I really are. Cheers to the people striking. Cheers to trying to get your piece of the pie. Anybody who's struggling. Cheers to everybody out there. Like I said, we do this show as best we can on the time that we have available, because we both have to go do what we have to do to get everything done in our lives. So, cheers to just all the working people out there and all the struggles.
Cheers. And my cheers is gonna go out to pie, just pie in general. Any pie you want, apple, mumble, humble, all the pies. The abstract pies, anything that you think is pie. Cheers to that.
Pot pie, fucking shepherd's pie.
Did you say
It's
Popeye?
round, fucking. I said pot pie. I said whatever's a pie, right? I like a pot pie.
I thought you meant Popeye, like Popeye the Sailor.
No, not Popeye, pot pie. Pot. Yeah.
Yeah. So, cheers to that.
Cheers to pie. No, I want pie. But haven't had a
Um,
good Dutch. Haven't had to get some good Dutch apple in a while.
I haven't had any pie in a while. Maybe some what is it, the chocolate one?
Sour cream.
No, but it's more than that. It's like not the German. It's like
German chocolate.
which one?
German chocolate
No, it's like a like
cake.
it's like not cake. It's like
Keith
all whip. It's like a whipped chocolate. You know what I'm
chocolate cake.
talking? It could be. I don't know. I forgot what it's called.
Mud pie. Is it a mud pie? I
It
don't know.
could be. I'm probably gonna remember it after this. I'll be like, oh yeah, it's not
I'm gonna
Alamo.
go to. I'm gonna go to. And I was like, hey, was there Marie calendars around here?
Yeah. By the way, did you see a car ran into the recalendars in West Covina? What the fuck?
I didn't know if you'd seen that. I was
Yeah,
gonna bring it up, but yes, that's what you get for happy hour, man.
yeah,
Happy hour Marie calendars, man. They fucking drove a car through the Marie calendars. It's not like they weren't struggling enough. Like,
yeah,
did you think get rid of the Hooters?
yeah, yeah. They got rid of it, and I forgot what they turned it into. Oh, it's a Chick-fil-A. They're turning it into a
The Chick
Chick-fil-A.
Fil A. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
everything's
what we
turning
need
into
for
a
Chick Fil A.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's it.
It's over. The show's over.
We're in bonus time. Okay.
Yeah. Extra time like in soccer.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, did you see USA kick the shit out of Mexico?
No.
Um, yeah, they played yesterday. USA won 3-0, but dude, they had like four red cards. People were getting ejected left and right,
Jeez.
and then the ref stopped the game early. They had like 12 minutes of extra time, but
Holy
he
cow.
stopped it after. Yeah, he stopped it after like four because of all the homophobic slurs that
What?
were being yelled. It's Mexico, man. You know the Mexicans they start saying all those homophobic terms because they think it's funny and but they're trying to crack down on it, so they actually stopped the game. And apparently, if they're under review that Mexico might be banned from having fans at soccer matches because of it.
Wow. Wow. They're like, but how's that gonna work? You know what I mean? Like it's just like remember when 9/11 happened, and they're like, we're gonna do random searches when you board the plane.
Yeah,
All of them were Middle Eastern guys. It's like we're gonna do random searches to
and
see if
no
you're
searches yet.
Mexican. Everyone walking in with a Modelo or a Bud Light, you're Mexican. Get
Yeah,
out.
you gotta drink Budweiser to walk in.
Yeah.
No, no. I mean, it's like if Mexico plays, like they can't have any fans there. Like they can't like it's weird, man. I'm saying it's like they're trying to crack down. It's because like even in Europe football, they're trying to crack down on the racial stuff that's going on there. They no though now they make it where you'll get ejected from the game. You like yell out racial slurs, the security will escort you out. Yeah, which is a good thing. It needs to stop. Like there's other ways of making fun of people or yelling at people and not having to use a racial or homophobic slur.
Wow.
But yeah, just I forgot about that. That just came up.
There it is, guys.
There it is.
That's gonna wrap it up for this edition of Drinks to Words by David. Kick 'em out.
You ain't got to go home, but you probably are if you're listening to us.
Stay home.
Stay home. Stay home. Or if you're on the road, get home safely.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Appreciate you.
Oh, by the way, it was chocolate cream pie. Chocolate cream pie
There
later
you
today.
go. Now we're out.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're rubbing, and we're out of here later.